Hey, what's up, Big Tribe? So, this is David Labby, and I'm coming to you on Sunday, May... What is it? The 11th? 14th? Wow. So, my week's been crazy. I did my video this morning, as you know. Man, you guys must think that I'm feeble-minded. But I'm always horrible with dates. So today is the 14th. It's Mother's Day today. Went over to my grandmother's house, had dinner with them. It was nice. It was very nice. We had an awesome time. My wife and I had late lunch with them, and then we came home, did some errands, had dinner. Just had some salmon and some vegetables. Sorry, Ellie, our cat's trying to get on the table. She's probably going to get up here in a second. So, anyway, a couple things I wanted to talk about. And here she comes. So, a few things I really wanted to talk about is dealing with injury. And that's something I've been dealing with all week. And also honing in on your diet. So, as if you watched my previous video, you know that I'm down another pound this week. I'm at 302. I'm very close to my goal weight. Hey, come here. Hey, sweetie. Come here. No. You gotta get off the table. Hi. Hi, baby. Oh. Hi. There you go. She's a sweetheart, but she has to get off the table. So, something that I just found out, and I wasn't even expecting this. This is something that I did today. So I went to the gym, and I worked out everything that I could without straining my ankle. I was able to do a full set on the leg extension and also the leg curl. So that way, because I'm really worried about my leg getting atrophy. Atrophy is when the muscle deteriorates from non-use, and I mean it's only been a week. It's only been like a week and a half. I hurt myself on Tuesday last week. The week prior. So it's been about almost 12. Today's day 12. But I'm much better. I'm able to put weight on my ankle. I don't have to use my crutches as much. I don't have to use my my walker or anything like that. I'm able to take a shower without without my wife worrying that I'm going to slip, fall, and kill myself. And there's a few things that I was kind of worried about when it came to my ankle, that I had permanently injured something. But now that it's starting to become a little bit better each day, I'm confident that I should be healed up in the next few weeks. I'm not confident 100% that I'm going to be able to participate in the Samurai Sprint, but I am interested in trying. That doesn't mean that I'm going to, though, because as I said before, I'm not willing to risk permanent injury to myself just for the sake of glory, right? The whole point of this is to detox, see what works for me, what doesn't work for me. Hey, sweetie. No. Shh. Hi. Stay down. Alright. So, I'm a sucker for a cute kitty. Anyway, working around the injury, I found difficult because at first I couldn't even put weight on my ankle, and I had to stay home. Now I'm able to go out. I'm able to socialize. That's one thing that's good. But also I'm able to actually be a little bit more independent than I was. And but I'm trying to take it easy in transition. I haven't been able to do all my exercises like I have been, and I've still been able to lose some weight. So diet is key, guys. But I don't want to lose any of the gains that I've had, any of the endurance that I've had. That's something that's very important to me because I do want to be more athletic and more physically fit. I want functionality in my life. The whole point of this health process isn't about like being, I don't want to be like Eddie Strongman. Don't get me wrong, the guy's a beast. Definitely a huge fan. Love him. He's huge. That's not where I'm going to be going. I'm not here to lift a Buick. If I could lift a Honda, that'd be cool. Anyway, getting real though, like I want more functionality. I like being strong. I like my strength is one of my physical strength is one of my key attributes that I've been very proud of my entire life, and I do want to work on that. But that I'm not here to win, huge competitions or anything like that. I'm not here to deadlift 1,200 pounds or anything like that. I do want to get to the point where I am lifting heavy and I am lifting strong, but I want more functionality. That's why I'm doing yoga. That's why I'm doing, and my yoga's, that's something that I've had to put on the back burner. I've been stretching and everything. I've been doing exercises in my chair. I've been exercising, doing some calisthenics. I've had to adapt some things. But now that I'm back at the gym, I can now target the muscle groups that I feel have been neglecting, that I haven't been able to really target, because it's more difficult to do push-ups with a sprained ankle. I ended up pushing down on my ankle on accident while I was in the floor position, and it's happened multiple times where you isolate the leg movement, and you isolate your ankle, and you're trying to put up on top of the other one while you're in the position, so you have one ankle on top of the other, the injured ankle, and you're putting the weight on the good ankle. But still, everything's tied together, guys. So you really have to think about what is it that you can do. So I started doing push-ups on my knees, but I didn't feel like I was getting a good enough workout. So me going to the gym and being able to use the chest press was monumentally key for me. It made me feel a lot better about what I was doing and how I'm doing things right now. And that, I'm not going to lose, any of my gains at this moment. So I'm still working my way up right now. I have been taking it more easy, and something that I want to talk about for injury though is recovery is key. Rest is key for recovery. So is blood flow and blood circulation. Today, something happened when I went to the gym. After I worked out, and after I went to the hydro massage, I went to the hydro bed massage, and I had a double session. My ankle hasn't felt better in the last week and a half than it has today after I had that hydro massage. And it was massaging my calves. I kind of turned my leg, and I was really thinking about it. I was like, because it was tender. It was a little tender when I was doing it, but it wasn't like a full. It's not like a full massage where you're kneading and pressing with your hands. It's a hydro massage, so it's a constant barrage of pressure, right? That's relenting and pressing, because it's a stream of water underneath, so it's vibrating everything. And it's vibrating the muscle tissue, the fascia. It's getting more blood flow, more blood circulation in there. And afterwards, it was very limber. My ankle was very limber, more limber than it had been in a long time. And it didn't hurt when I put it back in the boot, because I have my ankle boot right now. And I was really thinking about that. And I was like, wow. I think this is a very good thing for me to do right now. I should have been doing this from almost the very get-go. That's how good it felt. I mean, the change, the blood flow changed how it felt 100%. I felt so good afterwards. I'm not saying I was running around the neighborhood or anything like that, but it definitely made me more confident in my walking, in my recovery, and in what I'm doing. So with that being said, moving forward, I'm going to continue doing the hydro massage at my gym, which I feel is really helping me out. And I'm thinking about just doing it every day now, just to keep up, just to see if it is really. I mean, I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. I'm going to see, and I will report to you guys like exactly what's going on, because I'm feeling pretty good health wise. Also, my energy levels have been more consistent. My moods, my emotional levels have been primarily consistent, but I have had a couple of mood swings, and I think that might be because of certain things that happened. So we went out to eat yesterday for Mother's Day for my wife's mother, and I ordered what's called slab bacon from this place, and it's grilled. It's really thick, like 1/4-inch thick grilled bacon. It was okay. I feel like it wasn't cooked properly, but also they had this sauce on it, and I wasn't really thinking about it until afterwards. But I was just like, it's Mother's Day. It wasn't like it was a barbecue sauce or anything like that. It wasn't like slathered in it, but it was sitting in a sauce that you were supposed to use with it. So I kind of just scraped off the sauce and I ate it. I think there was sugar in the sauce, because after I ate the bacon, I had like a terrible mood swing, and that will happen with your hormones if you start to almost. I'm still producing ketones, so I checked this morning. I'm still producing ketones. I am extremely happy about that, because I was so worried. I was like, did I really, is it possible that I might have started to kick myself out of ketosis? Because remember, if you introduce too many carbs, or if you introduce sugar itself, even if it's just a couple of carbs, I mean, sugar is equivalent. 1 gram of sugar is equivalent to 1 gram of carbs, because it's the same thing, same weight. But sugar metabolizes faster, right? So it gets into your system faster. You can actually kick yourself out of ketosis with a low amount of sugar, especially if you're up on your carbs. So let's say you have 20 grams of carbs and you're like 5 grams of sugar. That sugar is all it takes to get into your bloodstream. Potentially, depending on what you're doing for activity levels and who you are and what your metabolism already is, you can kick yourself out of ketosis just with a few grams of sugar, right? It is possible. That's why you have to be careful. It's a minute possibility. It's very small. Usually it's for people that are doing ketosis and doing like the 25 to 40 grams. Most people do low carb between 50 and 60 or 40 to 60. But some people can stay in ketosis, depending on your activity levels and everything, around 30 to 35. Some people try as high as 40. That's not recommended, guys. Not for ketosis. For low carb, it's fine. I mean, hey, this is your journey, your personal experience. But if you're trying to specifically do ketosis for fat burning, 20 to 25 grams. That's it. Boom. Net. Some people talk about doing it for total carbs, and some of you guys are going to be like, what the heck is total carbs versus net carbs? What are you talking about? I'll get into that later on when I start doing tutorial videos, because I really want to explain some of these things to you guys. I get a lot of questions like, what do you mean? What's total carbs? What do you mean by, percentages, 70% fat? Some people thought about like that meant like 70, the grams, right? When it's actually caloric intake. There's a lot. There's once you get everything down, if you're just coming into this and you're just learning about ketosis, guys, it's okay. It takes a little while to get to understand things. Do your research. Start looking into these things, and understand what nutritional ketosis is. If anything that I can really push on you guys, that I really want to throw out there, that everybody learns, nutrition is key. Nutrition. It's going to save your life. No joke. It will save you. It will save you headaches, literally, in ketosis, your electrolytes, your minerals, your vitamins and your omega-3s, all the good fatty acids, everything. It makes a huge difference, especially if you're drinking a ton of water. But you need to stay high in nutrient-dense foods. Super important. Why? Because that's going to improve your health over everything overall. It's made a huge difference in my life. I feel better than I have in a very long time. Now, granted, this isn't the miracle drug. People are looking for a magic pill to just pop and take and everything's perfect. Not going to happen. It just doesn't happen. I still get aches and pains. I still, every now and then I still get crabby. I still get cravings every now and then. Although there's ways to help curb the cravings, and I'll teach you guys about that. Now that I'm more nutrient dense in foods, and also I supplement, my cravings are very few and far between. It's more of an oral fixation, like the taste, the flavor. Sometimes you think about something and you're like, oh, but my cravings are so much less now than they used to be. I mean, my wife made fudge for my family today, and I came into the kitchen this morning and it smelled like cocoa. Just smelled like pure chocolate, which was awesome. Like, I love this. I grew up with, baking and all that stuff, so chocolate was amazing. It was so easy. I could have just swiped my finger if I wanted to, and just, I was thinking about it, like, oh, I can just swipe my finger in there and just taste it, and it'll be fine. It'll be less than a gram of sugar. No, I didn't do it. Why? Because I have goals. I have goals that I have written down, and I remind myself of them daily, so that way I don't screw myself over with everything else that's going on. Because you're going to be tempted, and you have to have a plan for that. So I went and I chugged some water. I know that sounds weird. People are like, oh, that doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. Try it. You chug 32 ounces of water, and then you tell me if it doesn't. It's not going to take away. It doesn't take away the cravings, but it curbs it just enough. Same thing with taking so many vitamins. I take a ton of vitamins, guys, right? Because I'm drinking almost 2 gallons of water a day. I drink between 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water every single day, right? And that has helped me with a ton of fat loss, right? My arms are bigger, my waist is slimmer, my pants don't fit anymore, right? In the past 3 weeks, I haven't, in the past 4 weeks now, I've only lost 3 pounds in the past 4 weeks. I gained some, I lost some, I gained some, I lost some, and now I'm back on a steady track. And so far, I've dropped, what was it? I was at 55. I've now dropped 53 pounds. So far, I've dropped 53 pounds altogether, almost 55 again. Once I drop below 300, that's when I push into a different mode and a different tactic, right? Because my first goal is 300, my next goal is 250, but I'm just focused on getting under 300. But I want to do it the right way. And I've really had to think about what food I'm consuming, how much I'm overeating, what snacks I have available to me, and I think I figured out what I need to do in order to get back on track. I'm already on track, and I started losing weight again, but I definitely need to dial it in even more and get my food scheduled and my food prep done at the beginning of the week. So tomorrow is my food prep day. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing it every Monday from now on for the week, and just get my food prep done for the week. It's going to be so much easier for me. I do need a few things I'm going to be buying online that I'm going to be purchasing from Amazon and getting shipped in. Is a food scale and some it's those food prep Tupperwares that everybody loves and hates at the same time. But I know what my diet's going to need to be, and I'm going to be eating, the same thing every day for 6 days a week, and then Sundays are going to be my day where I go out with my family. We cook dinner and stuff like that, and I know what I need to eat on those days. But, I intermittent fast until just about noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I try and hold off until 1. Sometimes I eat at noon. And then I stop eating at 8 o'clock. So 12 to 8 or 1 to 7, depending on, how well I'm doing. But that's my window. 12 to 8 I eat, right? The other times I'm just drinking water. I do have a bulletproof coffee in the morning. I've talked to a bunch of groups and I've talked to a few mentors of mine about drinking a bulletproof coffee in the morning. I've actually gotten extreme mixed responses, and some are saying that's still breaking your fast. Break fast, breaking your fast, right? And other people are like, well, it's a medium chain triglyceride and a little bit of cinnamon. It's not really that big of a deal. You're not really, you're not destroying your intermittent fast. I'm thinking about changing it up so that way I do truly do the intermittent fasting until noon, because that's what I was doing before anyway. I was waiting until noon before I even had my coffee, and then I would eat a little bit. I would have an avocado in the in the afternoon for my first meal, and then I would eat some food for dinner, and that would probably be my biggest meal. So that way it would hold me over until the next day. So I'm even thinking about taking my supplements at that time also. Waiting until noon, taking my supplements. Waiting until 8 o'clock, taking my supplements before I go to bed. So it's just about 8:30 right now. So I do have to get to bed. I don't have to get to bed, but I need to go take my supplements so that way I'm not doing it too late. But that's. All these are key, when you're trying to do extreme weight loss, right? If you're just, cutting back, you want to do your own thing, you're just cutting back on your caloric intake, or you're doing ketosis, and, you're exercising a little bit, and, you're just dropping some fat, and you're like, oh, this is cool. That's fine. I'm going for what can I do to speed this up as fast as possible, right? With, what can I do to create a machine, right, with multiple gears and multiple systems running one huge machine to drop fat? Because the scale isn't my ultimate goal. Health and fitness is. Being functional. Functionality is. Because I want to be strong, I want to reduce risk of injury, I want to be flexible, I want to be fast, so, I used to be part of the Bigger, Faster, Stronger program back in high school, it was a pretty cool program. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that real quick, circumnavigating the whole injury, getting past all that, understanding my nutrition. I mean, I've been busy as heck, guys, doing so many different things for work, my business, for my family, for my health, exercising, trying to keep up with you guys, trying to answer your emails, trying to answer your messages and comments and stuff. Even though, and it's great. It's great. I love it. I'm absolutely loving it. But I'm learning more about time management, and I'm learning as I go. And the whole point of this 13-week experiment is to learn more about what I can do to make it better. It's about adjusting, learning and adjusting as I go. I used to beat myself up every day because, it's not perfect. I need to start over. Come Monday, I'm going to start over. No. Stop. Stop that mentality. Stop it. You can adjust right now. Tomorrow's a new day. You screw up tomorrow, okay. The next hour is a new hour. What can you do then, right? And I'm not saying, go and do 50 jumping jacks right now because you accidentally ate an Oreo cookie, right? No. Adjust, understand. You eat something that you shouldn't be eating. I actually had a request by somebody to say, hey, what do I do if I end up binge eating? Well, one thing that you can do is drink some citric water, right? And also the following day, or even right then and there, you can do a cleanse. I don't highly recommend it. It's not recommended for everybody, but there are things that you can do to kind of flush out your system. You drink, You can drink a little bit of apple cider vinegar in some water, and then you drink a coffee with some coconut oil, and you should be flushing out your system. It does work. Yeah, it does work. There's a few other things that you can do when you want to flush your system. Look up Master Cleanse if that's what you really want to do. But I highly recommend doing lemon water, because what it does is that it pushes things through your system faster, but also it helps you utilize your fats as fuel instead of the sugar. But if you already ate the sugar, hey, just get back on the wagon. For me, personally, you can always do a little bit better, but before, when I ended up doing something like that, I started doing like crazy, exercise routines, trying to like make up for what I did. You'll never do it. Is it still good to exercise a little bit? Yeah, it's not going to hurt you to exercise a little bit. Don't go kill yourself because you ended up binge eating a row or an entire case of Oreos, in my case. Yeah, we've all been there, guys. drinking a half gallon of milk, or even a full gallon of chocolate milk with Oreos. I'm guilty, man. I used to do it all. I used to eat an entire pizza to myself. I used to binge eat like nobody's business. I would finish off an entire 2 boxes of mac and cheese with a ton of protein. I would cook everything and sit down. I would cook literally what should have fed like 6 to 8 people, and I would sit down and over a 3 to 4 hour period just pig out and watch Netflix or play video games or do something stupid. I would order a huge pizza and a cinnamon thing from Papa Gino's and, drink a whole 2 liter of soda. I know, guys. I know what it's like. I've been there. It wasn't too long ago. Just a few months ago, I was doing that crap to myself. And now that I feel exactly how I feel now, what I'm capable of, I don't want to go back. It's scary knowing what you could have done to yourself. It's scary. I ended up forcing myself to watch some videos on YouTube of cardiac arrest, the symptoms, what it does to you, what it's like to have clogged arteries, and the surgeries that these guys underwent, and it will scare the crap out of you. I recommend watching it. You're like, oh, that's gross. That's ridiculous. If you want motivation of what you don't want, right? Of what you want to scare yourself stupid, watch it. Education, they have it on YouTube. They have these educational videos about people, about obesity, triglycerides, bad cholesterol, clogging the arteries, going in and and these what they've had to do, and the man, oh man, it will enlighten you, and it will scare the crap out of you if that's where you were heading down. That's where I was heading. I had a blood clot in my leg from when I had pneumonia, and I was sedentary, and I was sitting on my ass doing nothing, right? Because I was so sick. But at that time, I was sick. I had pneumonia. The only thing that I could do was pretty much fill out job applications, because at the time my job laid me off because I was so sick. Which was a catch-22. It was like a horrible cycle at that time. So I got really sick. So all I did was just pig out on junk food all day. Fill out applications, make phone calls, and play Skyrim. And I did that for about like 3 weeks straight, sitting on my butt, doing absolutely nothing. Not to say that I wasn't productive at all, But when you're miserable like that, the only thing that you can do is you want instant gratification. It will kill you guys. It can. If not, that's why I believe that exercise, getting in good cardiopulmonary, workouts and stuff, it's better. Anyway, this video is hugely long. I wish you guys the best. I really do. If you guys have any questions, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions, comment down below. I love to answer them, And if you want to get in contact with me, my email is in the description of my page. And if you have any suggestions or anything like that, hit me up. I mean, I definitely want to. I want to give you guys the content that you need to help motivate you, because I started this off to inspire myself, to hold myself accountable. But doing it for so long, doing it for the last 2 months now, because today is the end of week 10 and the beginning of week 11. I have 3 weeks until my 13-week experiment is done. And so many people have started doing stuff in their lives. And, people that I don't really, contact that much. And now they're eating healthier. They're exercising, they're posting their stuff. They've contacted me. They're like, hey, this is awesome. I'm getting messages every day from people, from strangers, from family members, from friends, from old friends, old acquaintances, saying, hey, what's this about? And, hey, I'm trying to do this. Do you have any information or any tips or anything like that? And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Not like that, I mean, I was expecting kind of crickets, guys. Honest to God, I was doing this to just see what I could do and hold myself accountable and try and share it with people. But if I can share this with somebody and one of you guys goes, okay, he did great for 5 weeks, then things slowed down for about 4, and then after that, at this time, in the past 10 weeks, I've lost 53 pounds altogether. But I've lost more than that. I've gained inches in places. I've lost inches on my waist. I feel better. I'm more energetic. I wake up in the morning. I wake up at 6 o'clock every morning, 5:30 to 6 o'clock every morning. I wake up with the sunrise. Naturally. No matter what time I go to bed. If I go to bed at 9, if I go to bed at midnight, if I go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. That's it. I'm up with the sunrise. That's awesome. I'm totally okay with it. And I feel rested. I feel okay. So, anyway, good luck on your journeys, my friends. I hope that you guys are doing great, and I wish you the best. Stay informed.